What's up, my beautiful family? Today on the Tube Plumber, we are going to show you how to rebuild your typical water closet with a 2-inch flush flapper. Fill valve, flapper, and a supply line. Anybody can do this at their house. All you need to do is go to any hardware store. You can pick up some items. I'll show you the items that I use, and I'll show you how to get them done. So stick around for another kick-ass plumbing video. Okay, so today what we're dealing with on the Tube Plumber is, this is usually a chain, but it came off the flapper, so when I got the call, the customer said the toilet wasn't flushing. Now, I could get away with just changing the flapper, calling this a day, and you could do that at your own house. But he's paying for my time. I'm here, so I'm going to do a full, a minor rebuild. We're going to change the fill valve, the flapper, and the supply line. That looks like CPVC piping, so that's just perfect. Okay, so the first step we want to do is flush the toilet. Okay, so we're going to come in here. This is CPVC, so I need to use 2 hands. If you are dealing with CPVC piping, use 2 hands, always. Okay, so we turn the water off so that when we flush the toilet, it doesn't fill back up. If we're going to take out the fill valve, which means we need as little water to as close to no water as possible in here. All right. So today I'll just be using a Corky Universal. You can pick this up at Home Depot, Ace Hardware, any plumbing supply house. It's for a 2-inch flush hole. See it? Standard 2-inch. Okay. I usually use the Pro 56s because they're adjustable on the top. They'll fit in more models of toilets, but this tells you on the back pretty much what they will fit. Your standard 2-inch, most common, and then show you a couple weird little directions on there that I guess they make sense. Turn the water off, change the flapper, put the chain on, turn the water back on. But we're not going to turn the water back on after we change this because I still have to change the fill valve, so stick around for that. So basically, this guy has little, hold up, let's get this out of our way. It's called a ball cock. Change anyway. So anyways, so some of them just snap right off. These ones twist and slide. See that? See, it's got the hole, so it'll just slide over the little ear. So you'll just twist it and pull it. Okay. And then you'll just throw that right in the trash can. Then you'll pull your new one out. And you'll see it's got the little tabs. This one bends a lot easier. So basically, you'll come in here. Oh, let's take this thing out. What is this? How does this work? Looks like we're just going to take it out. We're just going to get that out of there. Oh. So then you'll take it and you'll slide it right on there like that. Right on there like that. Okay. Then you see this little doodad right here, the clip? Okay, let me show you something. You're gonna take this off of the chain, just like that. Okay, now that I have it off the chain, what you're gonna do is you're gonna set this right up against the hole, as if where it was gonna sit, and then you stretch the chain and measure the chain to the bottom loop to where it's gonna sit there. Okay, so we know if this was sitting in that hole, then it would be somewhere like right there on the chain. right? Okay, so then you just remember which loop it is and you put it back on the loop. See? So now I got it on the loop. So we'll spin this thing, and so the loop goes into the bottom, pull it, and it's snapped in. Okay, so I know that was kind of difficult. So basically you measure from the top of this by setting it up against the hole, and you're just eyeballing it, doesn't need to be exact, so you just set it up against the hole, and then you pull the chain and see where it's gonna rest on with the bottom loop right here. And then that's what loop goes on your chain, and then you can clip it on here, and that takes all the slack out of your chain. Come on, baby. Get on there with one hand, and it's my left hand. So now you can see we've only got like 1 or 2 loops of slack there. Test it. We get full open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, 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 open, close, open, close, open. That's how you change a flapper. Now that's kick ass. Now I'll show you how to change the fill valve. Got you set up on a tool here. So remember how I said this was CPVC piping? That means we need to be super careful. So we're gonna be disconnecting that supply line. There's gonna be some water in it. So get yourself a little bucket or a towel, or I like to use dog diapers. They work perfect. Get yourself a wrench for an angle stop. All of these are a 5/8, so you can just use a 5/8 wrench or a crescent wrench. But anyways, this is CPVC piping, remember, so we gotta be super careful. And I mean so careful, it's not even funny. Okay, now that we undid this nut, you'll come under here and you'll undo this big one. Should just be hand tight. There we go. You'll undo that one. And your supply line might look a little different than this one. If it does, that's not a big deal. Yours might look like that one. Mine looks like that, okay? And because it's CPVC piping, I'm not even gonna try and take that out of there like that. I'm just gonna cut it. And it will have water in it, and that's okay. That's why we have the dog diaper. Okay, if you have one like that you can cut off, so you don't have to wiggle this, that is a bomb waiting to go off. So just be careful. Okay, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull out your new one. I prefer the Pro 45 fill valve for almost every single, actually, for pretty much every toilet that has a tank on it. If it takes a fill valve, I replace them with a Pro 45, unless it's something special. So we're gonna unbox it. I got almost all of it in one pull. All right. So you want this guy. This guy is gonna go on your water nipple. See it? It's on the water nipple. Just feed her some onions and push her on there. Again, doing this one-handed. Things I do to teach you folks. Come on. Oh, I gotta get my tripod going. Yes, sir, I do. Alright. Okay. Alright. You come over here. And these are the items that they give you, okay? We get a gasket. Lock nut for the bottom. A new nut for the supply line that I just cut in half, so we'll just throw that in the garbage. And then you get this little dude. A lot of people get confused by these. So this is what you do with it. You take it, And you try and do it one-handed so you can struggle a whole lot, cuss at it. Come on, baby. Oh, baby. Son of a Moses. Get in there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Think we might be running the waves, fellas. Yeah. Yeah, you just gotta talk to it a bit. Alright, then this. Okay, so this is gonna come out of this. You basically just like get out of there. Yeah, see that little dude? That's for the other half of that nut right there that we threw away. So that's gonna get thrown in. You take this guy right here. You slide it on right here. Okay. Now this next step is something that a lot of people don't get correct. So check it out. You see this line right here? This line on the thing, this is called your critical level, okay? That is your backflow prevention device. So if it's ever filled up with sewage, this keeps this line right here. It's got little wizards in there that stop. They cast magic spells and stop the sewage from going back into your potable water system. It's this great new thing called a vacuum breaker. So anyways, this line has to be higher than this flush tower, flush hole, filler, upper bowl, tanker, bowler, filler, upper, you know, where the hoselator goes with the, where it spits the water into it. Yeah, so what you do is you take it on the outside and you just imagine that's the bottom of your tank, and then you go, oh, yeah, it's actually higher right there, but this thing right here twists, so we'll go out 1, 2 turns, and look at that. Now we know that my line is definitely higher than that thing, so this is where the fun begins. Alright, so to take out the flush tower, the fill valve, there is a lock nut on the bottom of it. You'll just need a pair of pliers or a crescent wrench or something to get on this. Just a plastic on plastic nut, so no big deal. Before you take that out, you want to get yourself something to soak up some water. I'm going to show you how to do it without draining the tank completely. If you wanted to, I don't know why you would, but you can even do it with the tank full if you wanted to, which I don't know why you'd want to, because you can just, you know, boop, 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 and it would just, you know, flush away. But if you wanted to, for some weird reason. Anyways, get yourself something to soak up some water. Again, I use dog pads. Get yourself get a trusty so you can undo the nut. So we'll reach in here. Break this bad boy free till you can spin it with your hands. Now, I do not have a tripod, so I'm sorry that you guys can't see everything. But undo this nut while pushing down on the fill valve. Okay, so again, I'm keeping pressure on the fill valve. See, it's loose now. So you're just gonna push down on it, that's all. See, it's gonna start dripping, so you gotta push down on it. Don't push down on it super hard. I mean, don't break your damn toilet. Jesus, come on, guy. You're gonna take your diaper and you're gonna push up, and that's gonna lock the water in. Take your new one, push it down through the hole. Take your new nut. And spin it on there until you get no more dripping. See? Stop dripping. See? And there it is. So again, all we did was pull the old one out and I set the new one in there with my diaper on the bottom of it. Then I screwed my nut on and we still have lots of water in the tank that didn't make a mess on the floor. Not even one drop. All right. So remember this guy? Now if your toilet has the little hole in it, by all means, just slide the thingy in there. But I'm a rebel of cause without cause. So we'll just open that up. See, open it and slide it right up on there like that. These also do come, let's see. Yeah, they come off. So you can even throw it off to the side and slide that, slide that on there like that with the nipple side, with the hose side over, because remember it comes out of the bottom of the hose, squirts down right inside this tube. This has to go inside the tube because the tube is what fills the bowl. If you just have this filling the tank, it'll only fill the tank and the water won't go in the bowl unless you flush the toilet. Okay. Now remember this nut over here? You don't have to tighten it with pliers. Tight as you can with the fingers. That's it. Sealed. That's done. That's replaced. Remember the supply line we took off? Well, I mean, that's pretty simple, right? Let's see if we can get that back on. So for this, I just use ProFlow, 16-inch. I don't know if that's focused or not. I can't tell. Hopefully it is. You can find them at pretty much any supply house. So again, we're gonna be super uber duper careful. Plastic threads are no good. Okay, the nut on the top, hand tight. We'll take this, and we are just not even putting muscle on this. I'm turning this with my fingers. Next thing you need to do is adjust this. You can see most toilets have an old water line, so you can get as close to that. Some toilets even have it stamped in where it'll say water line, and that's definitely where you want to have it. See, our water's going in the tube, which means our bowl is filling up. Oh look, that's the original water lines right there. See them on there? Climb in here and look, for Christ's sakes, if you can't see them. There's different water lines right here. So you definitely go off those if that's original to your toilet. I'm not even close. I'm way over. Yeah, it's just gonna sit there and overflow. So if you have a toilet that just sits there and overflows into the tube, you don't have to call me no more because I'm gonna show you how to fix it with that. First off, we're gonna start by spinning this down. We're gonna lower this. It lowers this. This guy lowers this guy so that it'll stop faster. So we're gonna do the right thing and we're just gonna drop it all the way down. Plus the toilet. Okay, so we're gonna lower it all the way down. And then we can slowly adjust it up after that. Look at that, I hit the bottom, the very bottom line. Let's go for that middle line. Right there, money shot. And then you can just flush your toilet. You can go tell your wife So you fixed it. She owes you some booty now that you saved you guys a bunch of money. So you don't have to call me out here to do what I just taught you how to do. Well, thanks for watching another episode of The Tube Plumber. I hope you keep kicking ass. I hope I taught you something today. If you have any questions about it, feel free to comment me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. When we pull the tank in the future on another video, I'll teach you how to do a major rebuild. We'll replace the gaskets underneath the tank and then put the tank back on. But hey, I'll only teach you as I get the calls. So I hope you learned something. I hope you keep kicking ass. I hope you stay beautiful. I love you. Have a kick-ass day.